Really loud. What the heck is going on here? It's like super loud right now. Let me unplug this real quick. Can you guys hear me all right? Is it like super loud? Let's see. What is going on here? It's like really, really loud and echoey. Give me one sec. It's like really loud and echoey on my side. I don't know what's going on. I have to fix that later. But welcome to the live watch along. We have Palmeiras versus Inter Miami tonight. Huge game with a lot of stakes now, especially because of the group stage. Originally, Inter Miami honestly just needed a tie. They couldn't lose this game by a certain amount of goals, but now they actually need to win this game in order to make sure they don't play PSG in the next round. This is a huge game for Inter Miami. They play PSG, they're in trouble, obviously, because that's a tougher opponent, I think, for them than playing like Botafogo. But we will see what happens. We will see if they are able to be one of the only two teams to beat a Brazilian club in this tournament. A lot of comments. Want to know what you guys think. We have about 14 minutes until this game starts. I want to know what you guys think about who's going to win this match tonight. What do you think the score is going to be? Like I said, it is a big match for both teams. If they want to be the first in the group, both of these teams have to win tonight. This is a huge game for both clubs tonight. Let me know what your score prediction is. I haven't even looked at the starting 11 yet. Let me check the Inter Miami starting 11 because there was a chance that Wingett would not be playing because of his injury. And then also Ian Frey is going to be out for a couple weeks. So what was the starting lineup going to be for this Inter Miami versus Palmeiras match? And who was going, start at the defense? Was it going to be Toto Alvarez? Was it going to be maybe even Benjamin Kramaski playing back there? Okay, so Alvarez is starting at center back tonight. Falcone is also starting at center back, and they got Noah Allen at left back and Chelo Wingett at right back. That's interesting that Jordi Alba is not playing in this match. Yande's playing Redondo, Busquets, Segovia, Messi, and Suarez. So pretty much the same starting 11 that we have been seeing. We'll see how that goes. I would like to have seen Jordi Alba play in the starting 11, especially because how important he is to the attack and what he can do for your attack. But I want to know what you guys think. What is your score prediction for this match? Is it going to be Inter Miami? Is it going to be Palmeiras? Who's going to win? What's the score going to be? Also, make sure if you haven't already to like the stream down below, share with a friend. Let's grow the audience as much as we can. This is the last game of the group stage for Inter Miami. Big game to finish it out. Could be the only MLS team to go undefeated in their group stage. So let's see. Let me know what you guys think. Like it down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've had a really, really great week. Really great 2 days. I think we've gained like 200 subscribers in the last 2 days. Let's read a couple comments. Elon Don says the GOAT returns tonight. Who you talking about, Messi? Or Rando says rest in peace, Seattle. TL says I'm hoping for a draw so both teams are advanced to the knockouts. CONCACAF Daniel says Richard Rios masterclass today. I see either Palmeiras going up and parking the bus for a victory. I also expect a heavy Brazilian crowd for Palmeiras tonight. Yeah, I think that they will definitely have the advantage in the stands. I think that there will be more Palmeiras fans at this game than there will be Inter Miami fans. And I think this game in Atlanta, or is this at Miami? Let's see where the game's at. Does it even say where it's at? Let's see. Hard Rocks. Okay, so it's at Miami. Yeah, it'll still probably be more Palmeiras fans, even though that's the case. Tom says, I believe Palmeiras will dominate because Inter Miami is terrible on the defense. Inter Miami obviously does have a lot of issues in the back line. And especially now that one of their key pieces is out, Ian Frey, who's been playing very well. Noah Allen switches out to left back, which he's been playing anyways, because Jordi Alba's been hurt. But I think that having Toto Alvarez in this at center back, he has been way too inconsistent for this team. Way too inconsistent for this team. Roca says, let's go. Rest in peace, my Sounders. Honestly, the Sounders looked a lot better than most people thought they would. They looked better than people thought they would look, especially when you consider what group they were playing in. Their group was very hard. Obviously, Atletico, Botafogo, PSG, they scored more goals than LAFC has, and they had a way harder group. Way harder group. So honestly, they should be very proud of their performance. TL says -5 goal difference. Mr. says, hi, Will. Mr. Appreciate you for stopping by. Should be an interesting game tonight. Tom Patton says, it's fine from your voice. Yeah, I don't know why, but I have my settings all the same. It just was super loud in my ear, like it was echoey. So I just wanted to make sure you guys could hear me clearly because it was really weird. There's no static or any type of clarity issues. Just want to make sure you guys could hear me. Rando, a member of the channel, also says, Miami don't win or else they get spanked. Rando says, I need my GOAT not to get spanked. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to. I'll give you my score prediction here in a minute. We have 9 minutes until the game starts. Diogo says 2-0 facing the best team in the world. To be honest, it was far from a total disgrace. It has been predicted considering they were in the death group. TL says Atletico 1-0 over Botafogo was both the first defeat by a Brazilian team and the first elimination of a European team. I'm glad Botafogo is through, but it was a missed opportunity at the top of the group. Yeah, Botafogo really should have won that group, if we're being honest. They beat PSG, the best team in the Champions League this year, the Champions League winner. They beat Seattle. They had it in their hands. And honestly, I'm a little confused because I thought that when there's a tie, I thought it was down to the tiebreaker head-to-head. So I'm not really sure how PSG jumped Botafogo in the group stage when Botafogo beat PSG. I'm not really sure. It shouldn't be the goal difference. I'm not really sure how they jumped them like that. Butterdog says, what's your thoughts on Seattle out? No surprise. Well, not to be too negative. Seattle definitely struggled. They had opportunities. The Botafogo game, they had 23 shots, they had 15 shots on goal. They just weren't able to finish and find the back of the net. But it's going to be one of those things where you wonder, what could have been? What could have happened if they were able to sign a striker before this tournament started? What would have happened if they were able to get that striker? That's what I'm always going to be thinking. Mr. says, I don't see Miami winning this. Palmeiras are the best team in the group. 2-0 Palmeiras. Roca says, if Messi is Messi day, 3-2 Palmeiras dub. If Messi out, ain't Messi day, 3-0 Palmeiras. Rando says, never mind. Miami is losing with Alvarez. Butterdog says, Messi is a masterclass. Butterdog says, rest in peace, Seattle. Okay, so people were telling me it was at Hard Rock. Andres says it's going to be a tie. I actually agree with Andres. I think it's going to be a tie. I think this game is going to end 2-2 draw. I think it's going to go down, not necessarily to the wire, but it's going to be a back and forth. I think that Miami's they kind of found their groove against Porto. They looked a lot better in the second half. Messi looked really good. Talasco Segovia looked really good. And they really have something to play for. At the beginning of this match, guys, at the beginning of the day, Inter Miami wanted to not necessarily lose this game, but they didn't want to win this game. Now they need to win this game. If they play PSG, they're cooked. And that's not a diss at Botafogo. Botafogo is really good. It's just that I think Major League Soccer teams match up better against Brazilian teams. And Brazilian teams match up better against European teams. And then European teams match up better against MLS teams. It's like funny. They're all each other's weakness. Even though I'm not saying MLS is Brazilian's weakness, I still think they'll beat them. I'm just saying that I think they have a better chance of winning against Botafogo than they do against PSG. That's just my thoughts. I think that okay, so it's going to be 2-2. I think it's going to be close. I think Messi's going to have a great game because I think he's in a good run of form right now. Luis Suarez is going to have to do something tonight. My God, he's going to have to do something. La Tortuga is going to have to do something tonight. The Turtle is going to have to do something. Pumas fan says, I'm so happy Seattle is out because as a Pumas fan, we hate Seattle because they trolled us on Twitter this one time we lost to them. Yeah, it's never easy to lose to a team in the CONCACAF Champions Cup final. That is always going to hurt a little bit. Roca says, goal difference. I think 1v1 is the following rule after the goal difference. So it's head-to-head after goal. I thought it was reversed. I thought it was head-to-head, then goal difference. But I guess it's the opposite. Guys, we're at 10 likes. Let's try to get to 20 before the game starts. We have 5 minutes. There's 45 of you in the chat right now. Make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Last game of the group stage for Inter Miami. Huge game. Hardest opponent they played the entire group, I think. Let's see if they're able to do the unthinkable and go unbeaten in their group stage. Going to be hard to do, but you know what? You got Lionel Messi. Anything's possible, right? CONCACAF Daniel says, considering they dominated Porto with 0 goals and parked the bus against Al Ahly, they should be comfortable playing aggressively and defensively. They are probably going to focus on closing Messi, to be honest. Yeah, that's the problem, is that if Messi gets closed down, like say he gets the ball and there's 2 or 3 guys that close on him, there's just not really anyone else on Miami's attack that can pick up the slack. Luis Suarez is, Daniel, you saw that, man. Did you see him running? He looked crazy out there. Like, he was the slowest guy I've ever seen. It was honestly embarrassing how slow he was in that match. William Mara says, hi, Will. Appreciate you for stopping by from Ecuador, William. Thank you so much. Ridiculous Reefing says he thinks the game is going to be 2-2. And Brad says the thing is Miami always finds a way to disappoint us. The same thing happened with Vancouver. Now, I want to point this out, too. This is an important thing. Miami is not guaranteed to make it out of the group stage. They are likely to make it out of the group stage, but they are not guaranteed to make it out of the group stage. Now, technically, Al Ahly is still alive. If they beat Porto, I want to say, I think it's like 3-1, like a 2-goal difference, and then Miami gets spanked tonight, Inter Miami's out now, and Al Ahly will advance. So Inter Miami just has to make sure they do not let this game get out of hand. They can make it if they lose. They just cannot get beat down. And they got to pray that Porto beats Al Ahly tonight. Which I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. Diogo says the tie break is between the 3 teams because they tied in points. So PSG ended with 3-goal difference. Botafogo 0. Atletico -3. Yeah, that loss today really hurt Botafogo. Ashcan says we need to draw. We need a draw here. I don't want Brazil teams to play each other in the round of 16. Yeah, look, I'm obviously rooting for MLS, right? I'd like to see MLS do well in this tournament. But if MLS doesn't do well, I'm hoping that one of the Brazilian teams can win it all. That would be incredible. And that would be good for the sport. That'd be good for the tournament. Can you guys imagine the cope of some of the Euro snobs if they're able to win it? If they're able to win this, the cope will be insane. And then the prize is like, what, $1 billion? That would be, just think about what they could do with that money. That could be team club, like altering type of money that could change them forever. Rando says, don't forget about Porto. They could still get second. Now, Porto's out because, are they out? Let's see. No, they're out. Porto's out. Here's the deal. Porto, since Miami tied with Al Ahly, that they're cancel each other out, right? Miami beat Porto, but Porto, I guess it really depends tonight. I guess Porto still has a chance, but it's very unlikely. I think that's the least likely circumstance because of Inter Miami beating Porto. I think that's the least likely circumstance. I mean, I guess maybe they do have a chance still, but I think that's least likely. I think Al Ali is the more likely because they have a draw against Inter Miami. So they have the, and if they beat Porto and beat them in the goal difference, then they'll advance. CONCACAF Daniel says, I think MLS and Liga MX's mid-table teams can scrape away scrappy ties and wins against South American and mid-table, but MLS, Liga MX's elite teams are neck and neck with South American big teams. Okay, so you think that MLS and Liga MX's elite teams are neck and neck with South America's big teams. So you think that you think MLS and Liga MX's best are just equal to like Flamengo, Fluminense, Palmeiras, Boca, River Plate? You think they're all equal to those teams? Pumas fan says, look, I don't know if this is true, but I'm hearing rumors about Karim Benzema going to Pumas. If that happens, I will celebrate so much because he's such a great player, and that would be crazy. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, since he went to, which was Etihad, I think, is the club he went to in Saudi Arabia. Either way, I haven't followed him since he went to Saudi Arabia. I don't know if he's still doing well or what's his deal, but you know what? It's the profile, it's the player. That would be cool for your team to get him. I agree. Roca says, Vitor off Palmeiras striker position, Flaco Lopez in. This likely means Palmeiras will try to go for another counterattacks and long balls. Pause. Yeah, I'm just going to be interested to see. I thought that Inter Miami was going to play even more defensive tonight because they really just need the draw, but now they really need to get 3 points. They really need to get this win. So I'm going to be curious to see how aggressive Inter Miami plays, if they're going to sit back, or if they're actually going to press. What's going to happen with this team? What's the tempo going to be heading into this game right out of the gate? Okay, we got the game starting up right now. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Can't believe the group stage is almost over. All right, let's see. Here we go. Can't believe how fast this went by. Cannot believe how fast. Andre says, let me turn this down. Andre says that's the only way Miami knows how to lose. Angus, a member of the channel, says, hello, Will. I just hit the like button. Appreciate that very much, my friend. How many likes we're at? We're at 23. That's great. We're gonna have a good night, guys. It's gonna be a good game, hopefully. And I just hope it doesn't get out of hand, right? Either way, who wins? Let's just hope it's entertaining. Let's hope it doesn't get away. The least entertaining Major League Soccer game that I have watched this Club World Cup is probably LAFC versus Tunis. Oh, game is on. Let's do this. Official kickoff. 50 seconds in. Sorry, I'm a little late. See what Inter Miami can do against, Facundo Torres, former Orlando City and Inter Miami hater. Appreciate you stopping by. William Mara says, I'm outraged by those purists who speak badly of the United States, saying it's not worthy of hosting because there's no football culture. Well, I mean, I definitely think there's a culture here. It's just not as good as what it was. It is in South America and Europe. But what's cool is you can see that a lot of people, now I'm sure that a lot of these people are traveling to the U.S. to watch their team. But I think that there are a lot of people who live here who support these teams who are going to watch their team play. And the Boca Juniors game was incredible. The atmosphere was insane. Absolutely insane. God, I hope that happens in the United States. Palmeiras fans, I mean, look at the Palmeiras fans. Look at this stadium. Look at the Palmeiras fans at this game. There's a couple, I mean, there's Miami fans here, but let's be honest, this is Palmeiras heavy. And we'll see if Miami can do anything against this team. They cannot make errors. They're going to have to play their best game of the season if they want to win this game. Andre says that's the only way Miami knows how to lose. Okay, you read that. William Harris says when the truth is that there are factors beyond anyone's control that have led to a few matches with low attendance. Yeah, no, there's definitely, I mean, there's teams playing hundreds of miles away from their home, and it's a midday game at like 3:00 in the afternoon on a Monday. People aren't going to go to that game. William Mayer says, I think they're forgetting many attendance records that have been set in the United States, such as having the highest attendance ever for a World Cup in 1994. Roca says, I think Flamengo and Palmeiras have real chances of going for the trophy. Yeah, I mean, based on what I've heard, I mean, these are the two best teams in South America, Palmeiras and Flamengo. They're the two best teams by far. CL says $1 billion is the total prize pool. Winner will get about 100 million. So 100 million. So it's still a little bit less than the Champions League. I think the Champions League winner gets like what, $100 million as well, 150 million. So I think it's a little bit less, but still a lot of money. That's why I don't understand why some of these fans, like Euro snobs, are saying that they don't care about this game. Of course they care about this game. They don't want to lose out on an opportunity to win this money. I mean, it's a lot of money. William Mayer says, or the 2014 match between Manchester United and Real Madrid drew over 109,000 fans in Michigan, a record in the United States. That was, incredible. Here's a kid with his earmuffs on at the game, probably because it's so loud. Oh, good save by Ustari. Ustari, best player for Inter Miami the whole tournament, by far. Best player. Messi had the best game last game. They're not here without Ustari. Ustari's been the best player for Inter Miami this whole tournament. Rando says, oh, okay, didn't know it was like that. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Butterdog says, by the way, PSG is in Real Madrid bracket. If Madrid get the first in their group, so we won't be seeing a PSG Madrid final. Also, too, if Inter Miami can win this game, they wouldn't have to. They'd have to beat either Flamengo or there's another team. I'm losing track of who it was, but Flamengo or another team, and then they would eventually maybe meet up with Real Madrid. Bad giveaway by Redondo. Really bad giveaway by Redondo. Brad says Suarez looks in pain and the game hasn't even started. Hey, El Tortuga is always in pain. He's always slow. He's always running like a crazy person, if he can run at all. Pumas fan says Palmeiras is going to win this because they are just too strong for Miami. They are good, man. They're really good. That's why I think that Palmeiras or Flamengo might be able to win it all. Who knows? They might be able to win the whole thing. Who knows? It's very possible. Very, very possible. Oh, man, this is a big game. Okay, so Inter Miami has a +1 goal difference. So Porto would have to win 2-0 against Al Ahly. And Inter Miami would have to, well, I guess they wouldn't have to win 2-0, but I guess they'd have to score and they'd have to win, obviously. And then Inter Miami would have to just completely just drop the ball in this game in order for them to advance. Alexander says, what are the keys for Miami to winning this game tonight? Well, they have to score. I mean, we're going to have to see them score earlier than what they did in the last game. The last game, they didn't score until the second half. Very, very late goals by Talasco Segovia and Lionel Messi, the free kick. They're going to have to play much better early on. They're going to have to create some chances. They're going to have Luis Suarez actually do something in the final third. Some of the shot attempts this guy had in the last game were absolutely embarrassing. The guy looks like he needs to retire after this tournament. That's how bad he's been. He's been non-existent. He's going to have to play better if they want to have any chance of winning this match. And they're going to have to play good in the back line. Palmeiras is not a team that you can give chances to. They will make you pay for it. So they're going to have to play organized, and they're going to have to score. Timothy Park says Palmeiras is from Brazil, right? Yes, they are. Roca says Club World Cup is the best thing FIFA pulled out in a long time. Best tournament they've had since 2022. Best tournament they had since 2022, in my opinion. I think it's been incredible. Oh my God. Suarez is so bad. He's so cooked. Diogo says Porto can only get scored if Miami win this game. Can only get a second if Miami win this game. Oh, so Porto could advance past Palmeiras. That would be interesting. So Porto could technically still advance out of the group. God, Maxi Falcone is so slow. He is so damn slow. Pumas fan says, I'm fine with the USA hosting the Club World Cup and the World Cup as long as it's decent. Or excuse me, doesn't happen too often because I want the hosting to be different each time. I agree. I think that what's unique about the United States, though, hosting this is that there's a lot of people that will travel to the United States to watch this match. And I don't know if there will be a lot of people that would travel. They would in South America, but I don't know. They say that the tournament has no buzz in Europe. So if it was hosted there, would anybody travel to go watch it? I don't know. But I think the United States is a good central location to have it, just for travel purposes, globally. But I would like to see it in other places, Pumas fan. I definitely agree with that. Roca says, I criticize Ustari's contract renewal, but he shut me up. He's been playing lights out this entire tournament. Let's be honest. He has been. TL says still about $100 million for 7 matches in a month is a lot. It's crazy. That's a lot of money. Rando says, Run and Suarez, nothing alike. They're the opposite. They're the opposite. SWZ10 says, I can't see anybody's beating Bayern or City. I mean, Bayern really hasn't played anybody. I don't think City has either, really. I mean, Bayern played Boca Juniors, and Boca Juniors gave them a tough match. And I don't even think Boca Juniors is the best team in South America. I think Flamengo could give Bayern Munich a run for their money. Man City, who have they even beaten? I don't think Man City's really played anybody. Roca says, like and subscribe, y'all. Let's go for 8K. Guys, we've been cooking. I'm telling you, we gained 200 subs since yesterday morning. 200 subs. Our Euro is on Fraud Watch video is the best video this channel has ever had. 12,000 views in 27 hours. Absolutely crazy. 700 likes, over 700 likes. I think we're at 7,380 right now. We're 20 subscribers away from hitting 7,400. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's look at the like count. I think we were at 25 last time I checked. We're at 29. You know the goal. Let's try to hit 50 before halftime. Good pass to Segovia. Oh, Messi. Oh. Oh my God. Maxi Falcone is so slow. He is so slow. Mr. says, I think certain European teams expected it to be a cakewalk. The Brazilian clubs have punched them in the mouth. They now know they can't be complacent. Yes. What's funny is I actually had a comment. This is hilarious. I had a comment saying that we didn't have a big enough sample size. 20 games is not enough to check to know if this is legit or not. 20 games is too small of a sample size is what they said. We're not talking about 2, we're talking about 20. 20 games they were saying was too small to see if South America was for real or if they're phonies. I couldn't believe that someone said that. I'm like, are you kidding me? 20 games is a perfect sample size. Jordan says, tired of Inter Fort Lauderdale, vamos Palmeiras. I just want Miami to advance. That's all I want. But you know what? If Brazil ended up winning it, a team, that would be cool as hell. Palmeiras. Roca says, Inter Miami bringing the another Barca legendary number 9 to take Suarez's place by the end of the season. The GOAT, Braithwaite. Mr. says, I would find it amusing if Inter Miami went through and Inter Milan got eliminated. Inter plays, so River Plate and Monterrey, I think, drew 0-0. And then Inter Milan, I'd have to check the table again, but is Inter Milan currently out? I'd have to go check and see what's going on. Tony Fiddler says, if Porto wins, Miami is through even if they lose. First tiebreakers head-to-head, and Miami beat Porto. Okay, so, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it's Al Ali is more scary to advance than Inter Miami at this point, because if they win and Miami loses, they will pass them on goal difference. Stephen Leonard says, anywhere but Saudi. TL says, I'm hoping for Inter Milan and Monterrey to advance in their group. I'm rooting for every team that's honestly not European, to be honest. Just to see what happens. Like, let's make it interesting, right? William Mara says, Brazil has submitted a bid to be the next host of the Club World Cup, according to what I read earlier. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. Algans, what is that? Brasileiros, no chat. Jade the Man says. William Mara says, Brazil has submitted a bid to be the next host of the World Cup. Okay, cool. That would be cool. I mean, guys, the 2014 World Cup was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. I didn't go, obviously, but I've seen the enthusiasm, the history. I mean, that was incredible. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen was the World Cup in 2020 in 2014, hosted in Brazil. Absolutely incredible. I can't wait till they have another World Cup in South America. But have they announced where the 2030 World Cup is going to be yet? Did I miss that? Or do they normally announce that? I feel like they've already announced that, right? Mr. says, well, in 2029, it's following the world. Okay, Spain. Okay, so it is in Spain. Gotcha. Yeah. So it's back in Europe. I would say after Europe that they'll probably bring it back to South America, right? Pumas says the winners of the Club World Cup will get 3 or 4 times the amount of money the UEFA Champions League winners get. So European clubs are probably taking this tournament more seriously than Champions League. Yeah, I mean, there's so much money. I just don't. How can you say this is a preseason tournament when the money is insane? TL says Spain is the favorite to host, but not guaranteed. Roca says Boca Juniors is by far the worst South American team in the tournament following their season. Yeah, and they took Bayern Munich toe-to-toe. They only lost by 1 goal. I mean, and it was a late goal. By the way, I got my scarves. I haven't got to hang these up yet. I need to hang these up. I'm going to put them in my background. I got this USA scarf today. I got this Germany scarf today. Be pretty nice for the collection. Make the background look a little bit better. Matthew says, great to see your channel growth, my man. I appreciate it. Oh, my scarves are starting to fall a little bit. I'm up. Appreciate the kind words. Hope we'll see what happens. I mean, I think 8,000 by the end of the Club World Cup is very feasible, especially with the growth we've seen recently. Timothy Park says, Will, I think Tack is a Palmeiras fan. He is not a Palmeiras fan. He is a Palmeiras fanatic. He is a stan. Like, he is a huge Palmeiras guy. Huge Palmeiras guy. I mean, if you go to his Twitter page, he's got a picture of him and Endrick pinned together. Like, he got to meet Endrick. Now, Endrick, obviously, his stock is down right now, but at the time, it was crazy cool. Keyshawn says, you think Downs have regrets picking the USMNT? Look, we don't need a spiral tonight. We don't need to mention a certain striker that's taking minutes away from him. But yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that he's more talented. He's probably the most talented striker on the roster right now. Good clearance by Redondo. Oh, Yande, you got to finish this. Yeah! Yande! Let's go! You see him pull his hammy, dude? He looked like he got sniped, the defender. Tadio Ayande. Inter Miami up 1-0. Yo, let's go. Let's go. That's a quiet crowd. Can't speak. I'm so happy. That is a quiet crowd right now. Wow, that was great. I mean, he pulled his hammy. Number 20. Oh, it was bad. Oh, that was not good. Great finish. By the way, guys, you see that strike? You see that the finish right there? That's not how Patrick Agyemang finished. That's not how he finishes. That was beautiful. That was a clinical finish. Clinical finish by Tadio Ayande. Wow. Inter Miami upset? Inter Miami upset on the is it brewing? We'll see what happens. 16 minutes in, Inter Miami up 1-0. Suarez with the assist. Tadio Ayande. Guys, I think we're in for a good one. Let's see. Ayande. Suarez is finished. Yes. Ashkin says Inter Miami scored. No. TL says. Diogo says, whoa. Rando says goal. Ashkin says holy. Angus says goal, Miami. Rando says no, stay first. Or now stay first, right? Rando says Al Ali goal, by the way. Yeah, so Inter Miami needs to win this game or at least get a draw. They have to get that if they want to advance. They have to, so they will have more points. Roma Gloria says vamos. Jordan Sure Sky says, seriously, you were cheering for the Herons? No, I'm not. I'm cheering for Major League Soccer. I mean, listen, but here's the thing. if Palmeiras, draws or whatever, I'm not going to be upset about it. I said I want Brazil to do well too. I think Brazil is the best chance of winning it all. Timothy Park says goal. Corrupt player says Al Ali goal too. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. Rokas says, thank God it wasn't Suarez on the run. If it was La Tortuga on that run, oh my God, dude, he would have pulled a hammy. He would have had a flat tire. He would have fell face planted. It would not have been good. Sit VR says, or CLT VR, excuse me, says MLS After Dark moment. Yes, we are Club World Cup After Dark here. William Maris says, Will, what do you think about the USL Pro Rel? I mean, I think it's going to be interesting to see how it works. Is it going to be sustainable? Is it going to get more interest in soccer with certain markets? I'll be curious to see that, but it's to be determined. It's to be determined. Wow, that's incredible start. Incredible start. We're at 36 likes, guys. Let's try to get to 50 for halftime. We got like 25 minutes. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Oh, especially we're having a good time. We got almost 60 of you in the chat right now. Incredible, incredible game. It's going to go, I think it's going to go down the wire. I don't think it's going to be an easy game for either opponent. So we're going to be here. We still probably got another hour and a half left of great, great content. Make sure you hit the like button down below. Share with a friend. Let's grow the audience as much as we can. Cube Kenny says, I think Brazil players that play in Brazil have more heart than the ones that play in Europe. They do. They have grit, they have heart, and they have a chip on their shoulder to prove themselves. They want to prove that their league is just as good as some of the other top leagues in the world. Uh-oh. Oh, nutmeg by Suarez. I don't think he could do that twice at this point. Oh, I just don't think. Inter Miami's defense is going to have to hold up tonight. Angus says Pro Rel with Pro Rel with be hard to sell. Will be hard to sell in MLS. Yeah. Roca says you and Tack should team up for MLS Brasileiro. Sorry if I butchered that. I'm so sorry, guys. A Brazil League video about what's in Brazilian soccer structure that could be used here. Yeah, that's definitely something we could do. Normally, when me and him are on, we're talking MLS or USMT, but that is definitely something I could talk to him about and see. Is Porto down 2-0 now? No way Miami is winning this. Rando says, now let's see if Miami can hold a lead with Alvarez in the defense. Let's see if he can go without getting a yellow card. That's his toughest thing. He always gets yellow cards. Pumas fan says the 2038 World Cup will probably be in England because FIFA is pushing for it to be in England and they are willing to change their rules for it to happen. When's the last time the World Cup was in England? How long has it been? I'm listening to what they're saying. Okay, so Palmeiras would be eliminated as of right now. Listen, Inter Miami just have to make sure they get a tie. They have to make sure they get a tie. Mr. Sister, seriously, I told you Porto are terrible. Puma says, I also don't think the Club World Cup host will follow the World Cup host every time. Yeah, that's true. I think I think this right now they just want to capitalize on this. Timothy Park says, is losing that player a big loss for Palmeiras? I honestly didn't see who they lost. I didn't see who it was. I didn't see who. I just know it was like number 26. Pumas fan says 1966 is the last time that they had the World Cup in England. Rando says calling it yellow card Alvarez before halftime. Probably. Hell, he might get 2 yellow cards before halftime. Who knows? He plays dangerous. Rando says 2-0 Al Ali. Inter Miami have to get a draw here. They have to get a draw. They have to. Jumpman says Brazil League, Portuguese League. It's not even close. It's not even close. Brazil League clears the Portuguese League. The Brazilian League is better than the Portuguese League, the Eredivisie. It's better than it's better than the French League. It is. PSG is great, but the league from top to bottom is not good. So I think that Brazil is the 4th or 5th best league in the world. Personally, that's what I think. Rando says, never mind. So was it offside or were you just mistaken? Goal not given for Allen. Okay, good. Q Kenny says, Miami can't get too cocky just yet. No, they need to play. They need to play aggressive. Not too aggressive, Total Haviles. Not too aggressive. But they need to play aggressive and make sure. Goal for Porto. Okay, so Porto just scored. All right. Take a deep breath. We're good. We're good for now. Not a big deal so far. Stephen Leonard says World Cup in England wouldn't hit even half as hard as the United States, Africa, or Brazil. I mean, I don't know how it hit, honestly. I guess I don't know what the environment is in England or London. I don't know what it would. I mean, maybe it wouldn't because they're already used to such a high level of football. Maybe it would be a little different, but yeah, everybody's saying Porto scored. Portuguese league doesn't even have all the teams with their badges on the Google standings. What they're trying to compare to Brazil. Jane the Man says crying emoji. Pumas fan says a World Cup in England would be the best because it's the country where football was invented. I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of crazy that they haven't had a World Cup in almost 60 years. And the United States just had one in 1994. It was just 31 years ago. They had a World Cup. Oh, Corrupt Player says football was invented in China, not England. Is that true? Is that actually true? $73 of you watching live. Make sure you hit the like button if you're joining us now. 38 likes. Trying to hit 50 before halftime. Got a little bit less than 20 minutes left in the first half. What a beautiful goal by Tadio Yande, by the way. Clinical finish. Clinical finish. Hope Patrick Ajimong is watching tonight. So Murillo's the guy that got hurt, is what they just said. Kenny says, I think England hosts a World Cup, it would be super toxic. Maybe it would. Offside anyway. Jumpman says FIFA low-key hates England. Roca says first form of sport by kicking a ball was in China or something like that. I didn't know that, honestly. CLT VR says the concept of football was invented in China, but the first official rules of modern game of football was in England. And didn't they call it soccer? Wasn't that the original name too? They were the first people to actually call it soccer, if I'm not mistaken. I do know that. If I'm not mistaken. That could be a lie, though. QKD says England just invented the rules. Angus says there is a Chinese connection with kicking a ball, but it's not football. Is it just kickball? Mr. says we've got the Euros in 2028. That should be interesting. When's the last time that England hosted the Euros? William Mayer says, yes, the current football model was invented in England. Roca says Football Association shortened to soccer. Guys, Inter Miami might do it. I mean, it's so early, but if Inter Miami wins this game, it'd be a hell of a win. Hell of a win by Inter Miami if they could pull this off. Hell of a win. Yes, it was first called soccer. Corrupt Player says Simple Mint says I'd like a World Cup in China at some point. It's a big market to exploit and promote. Yeah, I mean, it is a big market for sure. Jordan Hill says they give Americans so much crap for calling it soccer. They came up with the term. I mean, it's true. They did. Can Inter Miami get... Oh, Segovia. Come on, Suarez. Suarez. Oh, my God. He's so bad. Suarez is so bad. He is so bad. He is useless. CLTVR says if Miami win, we need to start a dialogue for CONCACAF to join CONMEBOL tournament. Listen, I'm going to do a video about that after this is over with. When this tournament is over with, I'm going to do a video, a deep dive on why Liga MX and MLS need to join Copa Libertadores, especially if a non-European team wins it all. I'm 100%. 100% doing a video on that. But I think it should happen anyways. We need to. I think Copa Libertadores, MLS, and Liga MX joining that Champions League could increase the quality even more than it already is. And it's already great. It could make it even better because your floor is rising, right? Your third and fourth best leagues right now, probably Colombia or Ecuador and Uruguay, two of the three, right? When MLS and Liga MX join, those two drop down. And then those are going to be the third and fourth best leagues. It's going to make the Champions League better. Angus says, when I was in high school, I wrote a 50-page report on the origins of soccer and football. That's pretty cool. I was really late into the soccer. Oh, God, come on, Suarez. What the hell are you doing, man? I was really late into the game. Like I've told this story before, but FIFA is really how I discovered my love in the World Cup for the game. I'm sure it has for many people. But playing FIFA when I was a teenager just opened my mind to all these different players, all these different leagues, all these different countries. FIFA is the biggest reason I was able to learn this game. And I'm sure that a lot of people was able to learn the game and all these teams because of FIFA. Jumpman says Ajimong or Suarez. Oh God. I mean, at least Suarez has proven he can do something at one time in his life, right? Oh God, that's a terrible choice. Pumas fan says football wasn't invented by anyone because humans are born with instinct of kicking a ball. Oh, see what they can do here real quick. Oh God. Passed it too late. Ball and making it a game, but England made it a sport, which is why they say they invented it. I mean, that's fair, right? I mean, they're the one that came up with the rules. That's fair. William Mayer says, but I don't understand why some people complain about calling it soccer when it's in Italy. They call it calcio. How do you say it? Calcio? Caesar says, I guess Europeans will impose the next competition in Europe is a condition for the UEFA teams to join it. They are crying too much and making excuses about weather, grass, and other blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, look, I've seen a lot of excuses. I mean, the fact that Dortmund, their bench had to sit in the locker room and it was only like 85 degrees, like 26, 27 degrees Celsius in Cincinnati is crazy. They would never make it in Texas. Simple Mint says, would it be so fun if Miami and Al Ahly make it out of the group? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Cesar says Suarez should retire. QK says, I know it is not all England fans, but I hear they are super racist. I don't know anything about that. I mean, I don't know. Either way, I don't know. Jay the Man says, at least Suarez used to be good. A long time ago. Last year, actually, he was pretty good, but he just fell off so hard. Oh my God, they're pressing. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was so close. Just wide. Facundo Torres, just wide. Just wide. Oh my God. Broca says, I low-key miss watching Sounders and MLS. That's tough. Look, man, I know you're a fan, but God, they've got a lot of issues. Mr. says China was going to host the last Asian Cup, but they couldn't do it due to the pandemic aftermath. Yeah. That makes sense. Jordan Hill says, that's fine, dude. Any exposure is good for newcomers. Ashken says, FIFA 98 road to the World Cup from me. Oh, okay, I got you. When I was talking about how I came to love the game. Yes, exactly. I agree. Yeah, yep. Puma says, I think we should call it football because even though England invented the term soccer, I still think we should call it football because if they're owners, they should decide the name. So you want to call it Major League Football, MLF? You know, Messi really hasn't done too much. Messi. Messi hasn't really done too much in this game. He's been kind of unnoticeable, I think, so far. Jordan Hill says, FIFA game is an easy way to transition into the game. It is. It taught me so much about, you got to think my American mind couldn't even comprehend that there were several different leagues with great teams. It's like, there's 5 NFLs. I couldn't understand that at first, but, obviously I do now. That was a long time ago, but that concept just blew my mind. Angus says, I wrote it in 1982 when it was hard to find resources. Yeah, and here definitely. TL says Palmeiras is too vulnerable on the counters. Yeah, I think Inter Miami's vulnerable when they press. I mean, you saw how they folded right there, and Maxi Falcone had a bad giveaway. Oh my God, Suarez falls down more than Ajimang, honestly. Keyshawn says, what a terrible idea by Yande. Yeah, he has his moments where he looks really good, then he looks really bad. Oh, come on. Too much space. I wonder how Facundo Torres has done since he moved to Palmeiras. I don't know how much he plays. That's going to be a corner, right? Yep, Palmeiras corner. Roca says, not having the CONCACAF Champions Cup, Club World Cup, old new format, and EAFC make MLS career mode so boring and sometimes. Yeah, I haven't played a career mode on FIFA in a while, honestly. Brando says Death Valley. TL, let's see, Estêvão shooting is so bad. And guess what? He just got sold to Chelsea for $60 million. Uh-oh. Total Alvarez. Yellow card incoming. Keyshawn says, has Facundo even gotten the ball? I mean, Jesus, man. One's tackling him. Roca says Facundo almost scored. Damn. Rando says that should be 1-1 there. Wow. Yeah, oh, you're talking about earlier. Sorry. I'm behind, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm behind on comments. Let me there's a lot of comments coming in. Let's see. Roca says MLF sounds like an indie soccer game for mobile. It does. CONCACAF Daniel says Messi has a man mark on him at all times. That's why he isn't noticeable at the moment. Yeah, I guess, Messi's obviously slower too, so he's not able to beat that like he used to be able to. I mean, dude, I've seen him score and beat like 4 guys on him. Pause, by the way. Pumas fan says Inter Miami have that host magic. Maybe they do. MNB says education through media was the thing that held soccer back in the United States. FIFA and social media has changed everything. I agree with that. Jumpman says, I love this Club World Cup. It's nice to see J League fans from Japan show much passion. Yeah, it's was it Urawa? Was it Urawa? Yeah, Urawa. Yeah, they had a crazy showing in their match. The fan support was incredible. Uh-oh. Blitz gets hurt a little bit. He's fine. He'll be fine. Coachella is wide open. TL says Palmeiras really is the better team, but their defense looks so vulnerable in this match. Well, also too, I want to give Palmeiras a little bit of a break because I think they've traveled so much. And they play like their first 2 games, and I don't know where they played their second game, but I know they played their first game in New York for sure. So they've had to travel more than I think the other teams have. Angus says Miami's transition into defense is very slow. I mean, if we're being honest, the whole team is slow. Like, I don't know if there's a single fast player on the pitch. Tadeo Yande is probably the fastest guy on the pitch, and he's not even really that fast. He's like medium fast. Jordan Hill says, does Miami plan on adding more defenders in the transfer window? I don't follow MLS that closely. I think that, by the way, I'd be curious, Jordan, what league do you follow closely, if you don't mind telling me? And yes, I think they are. I think they're going to make a couple additions. I don't think that they were really well prepared to add the pieces they needed for this tournament, but I think they're going to add a defender. I think they're going to add an attacker, and I think they're probably going to add some depth in the midfield. I wouldn't be surprised if they added 2 center backs, maybe a fullback, and I think they're definitely going to try to add a striker. And I'll be honest with you, I would like to see them move off of Total Alvarez. I don't think he's that good. I think for a U22 spot, he's a wasted spot. CLTVR says, worst Palmeiras since Corinthians, and Palmeiras raised funds for Sao Paulo FC, bankrupt in 1938. This is the worst one we've seen? Keyshawn says, surprise Alba isn't starting. Yeah, I thought he would start this game. He came on like the last 10 minutes of the Porto game. I thought he was definitely going to start in this match, but maybe he's still hurt. Maybe, there's been some serious injuries, not just in soccer, but in other sports. Maybe they just want to be cautious because he's 36, just in case. That way he doesn't have a lingering injury that could cause him to miss the entire season. So, I understand that point. Mr. says there were racist elements of the English fans in the past, but not so much now. We just take the piss out of anything, including ourselves, if the opportunity is there. What is this? Elis says, wait until Messi gets a free kick in front of the box. Jane the Man says, Alba just got back from injury. Yeah, I think they're trying to just slowly, gradually get him back into the fold, not rush him too quickly. By the way, Palmeiras is just so much faster. They're so much faster than Inter Miami. It's insane. It's not even close. Oh my God, it's a bad giveaway. Segovia, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Jordan Hill says traveling in the States is rough if you're not used to it. It is. It's a lot. It is a lot of travel. I can't lie, especially in the short time, because in the group stage you're not even getting a full week in between games. It's like 3 to 4 days. So it is a lot of travel. It's not easy. Jumpman says Messi just needs that one free kick to win this game. I mean, technically they're winning right now, right? Diet Fanta says, as a Club America fan, I'm really impressed with Inter Miami, not going to lie. They look pretty good. I mean, look, if they win this game or get a draw, they will have gone unbeaten in their group stage, which nobody thought was going to happen. I had people say Palmeiras was going to run away with this. God, what a good rate finish by Ayande. Great finish. Clinical. Avalez gone. Galactic Prophet says Miami is toying with them. Look, Miami could be a thorn in the side of a couple teams. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Diogo says if they traveled only on the East Coast, Palmeiras is used to it. After all, Brazil is not small. Yeah, I know that, but you got to think though, they normally are used to having a home game or two. They've had to travel I think for 3 straight games, and also too they're doing it between every. I know the Brazilian teams play a lot of matches, but they've had to travel and play games every 3 to 4 days, which would wear anyone down, right? The Galactic Prophet says, do you think Palmeiras is losing on purpose to play PSG because Botafogo would be an insta L? No, I don't think so. I think they would prefer to play Botafogo because they know them, right? Stephen Leonard says, God, these giveaways. Mr. Nitro says, so dumb how U.S. clubs teams copy European clubs teams with names like Inter Miami. No uniqueness at all. I mean, it's like International Miami. I mean, they are technically like an international city. So, but I understand what you mean. It obviously feels like a ripoff of. Oh. No, Alan, that was not good. Could have been dangerous. Obviously, yes, I understand. It does feel like a ripoff of Inter Milan. And Real Salt Lake was definitely a ripoff of the Spanish teams. I don't know what the hell that was going on there. Oh, nice by Avalez. Keyshawn says it should be 2-0 right now. CONCACAF Daniel says Palmeiras played their 2 games at MetLife. I think it's them not being used to Florida humidity. Okay, so they did play both games at MetLife. I knew they played at least 1 game in New York. I didn't know if it was both. But yeah, they're definitely they look a little. I mean, they look quick. I don't want to say they're completely gassed, but they look like they're not in that extra gear. Jaden the Man says Brazil is all about humidity. Stephen Leonard says, damn, that goalkeeper has a great beard. Palmeiras' goalkeeper. Yamila says Miami needs to win to avoid PSG. Yes, they do. They need to win this game. Jordan says, "Oh, and I'm an Arsenal fan, so I watched the Premier League mostly along with the Bundesliga. I do check out Italy here and there, and I've been checking out Saudi because of CR7. I don't watch MLS often because Apple TV. That's a lot of people's issue that they don't watch MLS. Hopefully that changes. Hopefully that changes sooner than later. I don't know if they can handle another 7 years of Apple TV, which is how many? Or is it 7? Yeah, 7 years left of the Apple TV deal. I don't think they could handle it. I don't think they could make it. Good God, that was a terrible pass by Busquets. What's he doing? So it's clean. Is it foul? Diogo says there's also a recent rivalry between Botafogo and Palmeiras. Mr. Mister says before the tournament, I thought Miami had a chance versus Porto, but if they do hang on versus Palmeiras, I'll be very impressed. I mean, if Inter Miami wins this group, if they win this group, guys, I don't know how anyone could say that they don't have one of the most impressive runs in the Club World Cup. I mean, winning their group with Palmeiras and Porto and Al Ahly, all good teams. Palmeiras, arguably the best team in Brazil. Porto obviously had a down year in the Portuguese league, but historically good team. They're not scrubs. I mean, comparing to MLS teams and spending, they're not scrubs. And then Al Ahly, the best team in African history. That would be a very, very impressive feat for. Did he touch it? He did touch it. That'd be a very, very impressive feat for Inter Miami. Angus says, I want to see an MLS team called Generic Football Club. You do want to see a team called Generic Football. Okay. Steven Leonard says, New York Heat is no joke, and I am from Florida. Bueller Ferris says, Brazil is a humid country. What a dumb comment. Should have been Vice City FC. Miami's got to stop these giveaways. What happened to him? Oh, God. Palmeiras just losing all their players. The injuries. Oh, my God. Segovia is wide open. On the counter. Oh, Segovia. Oh, it's not a foul? Oh, he escaped Messi a yellow. This is a big game, guys. This is a big game. It's intensifying. We got less than a minute left at added time. Oh, is that a foul on Noah Allen? Is that a foul on Noah Allen? I don't know. I don't even know if he made contact with him. Penalty for Al Ahly. I don't even know if he touched him. I think that was kind of a flop. Rando says Al Ahly goal. All right, keep playing. No VR review. I think we're good. No foul. Yeah, that's a foul, but not a yellow for a Messi. Yeah, I agree with that. That was a little harsh to be a yellow, but no penalty for Noah Allen. I gotta invite Favi to the gotta invite Favi. He's gonna join us at halftime. Halftime. Officially, Inter Miami's up 1-0 over Palmeiras in the first half. Hey guys, upset on the way. Upset on the way. Inter Miami, great first half. What could you have possibly asked for Inter Miami to do better than they did in the first half? What could you have asked? Beating Palmeiras, the first half 1-0. That's a great first half for Inter Miami. Perfect half. Okay. All right. You know what we do on all these live watch alongs? We grade the first half 1 through 10. How would you rate Inter Miami's performance? 1 through 10. 1, absolutely abysmal. 10, perfect. What would you give Inter Miami's first half performance against Palmeiras in the final game of their FIFA Club World Cup group stage? Let me know down below. 1 through 10. We got Fabian Rankel joining us right now. Fabi. What about Palmeiras? Dude, Inter Miami. Before we get your thoughts, real quick, I asked the chat. I said, I want you to tell me what you would give that first half, 1 through 10 for Inter Miami, 1 being abysmal, 10 being perfect. How would you grade the first half? We got Mr. 8, Elis 8, Timothy Park 7, Rando 8, Diet Fanta says 10, Cute Kenny's a 6, Angus 7, CLTVR 7, Spangs TV is a 7, Caesar is a 6, Andrew's a 7, Miami Kings an 8. What would you give Miami's first half performance?
Honestly, I'm going to be a little pessimistic. I think Miami is doing great, but they really only had 1 attempt on goal. There's no urgency. You're up 1-0. Yeah, Suarez got them a goal with an assist from the half court line, but you're going to need a guy to press, and Suarez is not that. If I am Javier Marciano, which he doesn't do, I would take out Suarez right now, save him from a yellow card, and then make sure that you put in Fafa or you put in Allende as a striker. Then you bring in Kermaski on the wing, and you put Jordi Alba in this game because Noah Allen literally had 3 mistakes in the last 2 minutes of the first half. They're going to pick that side apart next game. Richard Rios is a very, very experienced player when it comes to these type of games. The guy was one of the best players in the Copa America last year. So, I mean, again, this guy is something that is gonna be a problem. And I thought they were gonna give a penalty at the end of the first half. So bring in Jordi Alba at halftime, take off Suarez, save him from another yellow card, and then find a guy who can press in the front, and get a counterattack with Kermaski and Allende, because Allende showed that he can do it.
Yeah, I think that Noah Allen could have had a bad penalty thankfully it wasn't when he swiped the guy's leg. That could have been bad, man. They could have given him a goal. And Inter Miami needs to win this game, Fabi, because if they don't, they're gonna have to play PSG in the next round of the group or in the knockout round.
Yeah, 100%.
I would and listen, we talked about this earlier. We talked about not necessarily the MLS is like equal to Brazil. They just match up better against Brazil than they do against European teams. And then Brazil matches up better against European teams. So Inter Miami's best chance moving forward is playing Botafogo rather than playing PSG.
No, I agree. And they're going to look at the blueprint that Seattle was doing in the first game. I mean, they know how to play against Seattle. They know of Seattle as an MLS team. They saw how that team did it as an MLS team. I thought they played Botafogo the best out of any team. And to be honest, I think it's very possible that if Miami gets Botafogo in the next round, they could even move on to a quarterfinal, which is crazy to even think about, right? But they need to get the job done in this game. Again, you got to bring in Jordi Alba. You got to bring in that experience. You can't be giving away easy penalties like that. Noah Allen is definitely getting flustered, and this moment's becoming too big for these young players. You're Mascherano. You got to save Suarez for the next game. He can't get a stupid yellow. If this game gets out of hand at a 1-1, then you're going to lose Suarez for the next game because he's going to get that second yellow. So, again, bring in Kermaski as soon as possible, fresh legs, take off Suarez. You're already up 1-0. Just keep this result or try to keep a 1-1, and you're in the next round.
I agree. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like the stream down below. We're at 42 likes. We're 8 away from 50. Our goal is to always hit 50.
And you know what? If you haven't seen our last video about saying the UEFA's on fraud watch, go watch it. This is Will's best video of all time. I mean, congratulations on your #1 hit, Will. It's well deserved. You've been working all this Club World Cup. Guys, if you're listening to this, make sure you like this and go watch that video and like that too, because Will deserves all the flowers he's getting.
Yeah, me and you, man, we got 12,000 likes or 12,000 views on that video in like 28 hours. Crazy video, crazy performance. Appreciate everybody supporting it and checking it out. Also, I'm going to have a post-game recap after this match. We do post-game recaps after every game, so make sure you're on the lookout for that. And as of right now, Inter Miami looks like they're going to upset Palmeiras. And honestly, Favi, when I saw that Botafogo was now in second place in the group, I was like, oh no, this is not good for Inter Miami because they're going to have to win this game if they don't want to play them. And I was thinking, everybody's talking about, and right now, Inter Miami's dominating possession, 59% to Palmeiras is 41%. Palmeiras have 10 shots. Miami has 4 shots. Both only have 1 on goal. But Inter Miami, when I heard that they have to win this game in order to avoid PSG, I thought, oh no, that's not good, because this is a tough opponent. Palmeiras is arguably the best team in South America, and they'd have to beat this team. I mean, arguably, I'm not saying they are. Flamengo. Some people think it's Flamengo. It's close, right? I could see an argument either way, but they were going to have to beat a team that's better than them, at least on paper.
What's nice is they kind of have the blueprint on Facundo Torres. They played all those Orlando City matches, and they know exactly how to kind of defend, especially Chelo Venga. Chelo Venga is actually playing a great game again. It's funny to say that I thought Chelo's done the best the last 2 games, and it's actually the other side, Noah Allen, who's not performing in these kind of situations. And it just shows the pedigree of these players when you're, maybe they're not the best players week in and week out with MLS, which is very odd. But then you get into this type of tournament, or you get into the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and you need a guy to slow up the game. Chelo Venga's been like getting the ball, coming to him, and then just not grabbing the ball at all, or not touching it, trying to kill the clock as much as possible. That's the type of game you need to play when you're playing against a Brazilian giant like this. You need to go ahead and make sure you make every second count, and just let the clock's on your side now. You're up 1-0. You honestly just need to play this game out, game manager style, and taking Suarez out right now is a good idea. And Javier Mascherano has never done it, but if he does it today, that'd be something that I'm like, wow, he's actually coaching today. He's actually doing a difference.
So what do you think? What do you think about La Tortuga in this game?
I think he had a great chance to put his impact on the game. He took it, and he's been doing great. But besides that, yeah, I think he's playing great for what he's been asked to do. Like, I think he doesn't play great on this team because he's already kind of like a cam role. I don't think he has the mobility to play striker anymore. And since you have Messi as well, it doesn't work, right? So personally, I would take, Suarez, you put him on the bench every game, and then take Messi out and put Suarez in, and change the whole look of this team, and save Messi's legs. But that's another topic for another day. That's what I would do for the rest of the MLS season personally. And you have to have Kremasky on the field and put Allende as a striker. Like, you brought him in to be a striker, so let's see it work.
Level Zero says Palmeiras is the worst of the 4 Brazilian teams. I've heard they're pretty good. I heard them in Flamengo are the 2 top teams. But either way, right now as it stands, Inter Miami is at the top of their group stage. And honestly, Fabi, no one thought that was possible. Nobody. Yeah. Listen, I don't care. Even you were optimistic. You said Inter Miami is going to make it out of their group stage. You did not have them finishing top of their group.
Yeah, look, I mean, if at the end of it, we could say one MLS team qualified for the next round and won their group, this tournament was a win for MLS. And yes, it's Messi's team. Yes, it's Inter Miami. But man, oh man, 2 months ago, they did not look good. And right now, this defense looks like they're holding up pretty well. Yeah, Busquets kind of being this like hybrid center back, hybrid central defensive mid, really calming down that back line, which is working like a charm. Put Jordi Alba in this game, and you really shore up that back line. And then you take Suarez out and have him press those center backs, especially because that center back that did the Ronaldo celebration came out hurt, like test the new guy Fuchs. And I was like, wait, is this Fuchs from Charlotte? But it wasn't. And I'm like, test the new guy, but it just, you have to see if Miami can do it.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I don't, I can't even remember. Did you give a 1 through 10 on your score? I can't even remember if you did. Did you give a 1 through 10?
Yeah, I gave him a 6. I think they should have.
Okay, so you're a little bit lower.
I wish they had a couple more opportunities. Yes, they had a blessing with the Allende run, and that was a great opportunity, and they took it. But I feel like they need a little bit more. Messi's playing a little too far back for me. I don't know if you noticed that.
He's playing like, very deep.
Yeah, he's playing like central defensive mid or even like
someone said, yeah.
So it's interesting. It's funny because Suarez came out in a DAZN interview and saying that Messi's not going to be playing central defensive mid and tracking back players, but today he is. So it's pretty funny to see that.
Yeah, I think that I'd have to give them an 8. I'm not going to give them a 9. 10's perfect. They're not playing a 10, right? And they're not playing a 9 because they've given Palmeiras a couple opportunities to score. I mean, Palmeiras has 10 shots, right? They can't be a 9 either. I'd say an 8. I mean, what Inter Miami fan could see a 1-0 lead over Palmeiras in the first half and not be over the moon about that?
Right.
Some people were saying that Palmeiras is going to beat Miami 3-0. they weren't going to even score on Palmeiras. They were saying 3-0. I'll have to look up what tax score prediction was that he gave earlier, but I want to say that he even was thinking that they were going to win pretty comfortably against Inter Miami. I thought that Inter Miami had a chance. I mean, you got Messi on your team. Anything is possible.
Personally, if you're strolling off Facundo Torres, a guy who's never been able to do it against Inter Miami before, right? Like, I understand the Brazilian league is a good league, but none of these guys besides Richard Rios really stick out to me as like world beaters, and you're going to need a world beater to beat Messi, in my opinion, in a FIFA tournament. Like, this is a different animal. This is a different beast. This is a different Miami. They're playing for Messi, just as Argentina was playing for Messi in the last World Cup, right? This is something where I could see Miami, making a quarterfinal because they want to win it for Messi. And I think Jordi Alba's going to come on, calm the game a bit, give them a different look on offense, and just make Miami even look deadlier in the second half. But personally, I don't like the stupid giveaways they're doing to give away corners. I think Miami is very, very vulnerable on set pieces, and Palmeiras knows that, and they're trying to abuse that. That's why, in my opinion, you got to take out Noah Allen, especially after that stupid touch where he gave up that corner kick out of nothing, right? Like, either grab the ball, get it out of there, give away a throw in, but don't give away a corner, especially when Miami's so small.
Here's a question for you. Inter Miami, obviously, kind of, I don't want to say got embarrassed, but they kind of flamed out a little bit at the CONCACAF Champions Cup, right? Against Vancouver. I mean, I guess they did get embarrassed. It was 5-2 in the aggregate. If they get out of the group stage, does this make up for that?
Oh, yeah, 100%. If they win the group, 100% it makes for it. I mean, we're talking about a history maker of a team right now. And yes, at the end of the day, no matter how they qualified for the Club World Cup, I guess the Supporters' Shield is one of the most important trophies in North America. It matters that they went on the biggest stage of the world and they got the job done for MLS. So I think Mascherano keeps his job. I think they go on to go for the MLS Cup, but I think they've turned the whole narrative around if they make it out into the next round. And if they win the group, I don't think Mascherano is losing his job at all this year.
No, I think he's safe. I think he's earned the right to coach the rest of the season. I mean, getting out of the group stage is incredible. A lot of people thought they weren't going to. A lot of people thought they might actually get grouped.
Let me tell you this. This tournament's been so much fun that Atletico Madrid didn't make it out of the group stage with the Seattle Sounders. So, hey, if you're Seattle, you got to be happy. Hey, they didn't make it. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it, right?
Yeah, I just, this tournament has been incredible. It's been an eye-opener, for a lot of different leagues. I hope that people who don't watch certain leagues around the world look at the global soccer game a little differently, right? Yeah. I hope that the European, which they probably won't because we see the Euro snobs. You've seen the comments of what people were saying. I don't think a lot of Euro snobs, not all European fans are snobs, but some of them are. I don't think that they realize how impressive of what Brazil is doing to them. I mean, Flamengo, I keep using that as an example, but man, Flamengo and PSG, Flamengo beating Chelsea 3-1. It wasn't 1-0 or 2-1. It was a beatdown, I think.
Well,
and then
Flamengo's best player is De Rascaeta, and he plays for Uruguay as their 10 under Bielsa. Never played a game in Europe, and he's scored so many goals for Uruguay, a great national team. A lot of these guys are gonna get looks. A lot of these guys are probably going to make the jump to Europe. I mean, look at Facundo Torres. The reason why he went from Orlando to Palmeiras was to play the Club World Cup and possibly be a springboard to make it to Europe finally. Or a guy like Richard Rios had a great Copa America, and if they can show out in this tournament, they're going to be in Europe. So at least if they don't look at the league as a competitive league, as a fun one, if you want to be one of the best scouts of European soccer, I hope you would watch more South American soccer, or at least CONCACAF soccer, to maybe see those gems. Obed Vargas played great today, even against PSG. His price tag is through the roof. Like, he dummied. I'm not sure if it was Fabian, but he made one of the PSG defenders look so dumb on a turn. And I know for a fact that was just dollar signs for the Rave Green and money they're never going to invest back into the team. But he played a phenomenal tournament too.
Before I let you go, I want to ask the chat and you, what are your second half predictions? What's the score going to be? We saw it, Inter Miami 1-0 over Palmeiras. A lot of people thought that Palmeiras is going to run away with this game. It's 1-0 Inter Miami. Let me know in the comment section what you think this prediction of the score is going to be in the second half. Favi, let me know what you think. What do you think the score is going to be? What's the final going to be of this game?
Yeah, look, I think Mascherano is going to take too long to take out Suarez, and then they're going to leak a goal at the end of the game, and this game's going to end 1-1 with Miami advancing as the second team instead of the winner of the group.
So Inter Miami, hold on, let me think about this for a second. So, okay, so they have it on goal difference, right? Palmeiras, because they beat Al Ali, was it 2-0, I think?
Well, because Porto lost, right? There can't be a three-way tie like there was in the Seattle group.
Yeah.
So Miami just needs to get a tie, and they'll advance.
Okay. Wait, did Porto lose? I thought they drew with Palmeiras.
No, but they lost to Miami.
Yeah. No, the reason I say that is because if they draw, like if Palmeiras and Inter Miami draw, they both have one win and they both have 2 draws.
Correct. And then it goes to goal differential, and Palmeiras will be the first team.
Okay. All right, let's see. Well, Favi, I appreciate you for stopping by. I'm going to read some of these scores. Enjoy the second half, my friend. We'll see if Inter Miami can pull it off and win their group. Appreciate you, my friend.
Make sure you like the video and then go watch that UEFA on Fraud Watch.
After the live stream, though. After. Yeah. Stick with us for the rest of the game. Appreciate it, my friend.
Take care.
That was Fabian Rankel. You should check his stuff out at Urban Pitch. Good dude, friend of the show. Let's see. Truck says 2-2 tie. Jumpman says 2-0. Messi will score. Mr. says 1-1. I Got Jam says relax. One game doesn't make a player a super transfer. CONCACAF Daniel says Palmeiras 2-1 if they wake up, or Miami 1-0 win them defending for their lives. Jordan says 2-1 Palmeiras. I think it's going to be, what was my original score? I think I said 2-2. But Palmeiras has honestly been disappointing in the first half. I don't think they've been as good as I thought they would be. They've missed a lot of opportunities. But I do think the Inter Miamis are going to have to make some substitutions sooner than they did in the last game, because Fafa Pico, I think, came in at like the 65th minute. And then who was it else that came in the game? Maybe Luis Suarez did play the whole game. I can't remember. I know Jordi Alba came in with like 10 minutes left, but they made some substitutions like super late in the game, like too late. Oh my God. Was that a handball? It looked like it bounced off the ground off his hand. Diet Fanta says it'll be a tie. Angus says 2-1 Miami. Let's see what happens, guys. See if it's an interesting second half. See what happens. Bad giveaway by Winged. Truck says Alba will sub for Allen. Almost a goal. Andrew says 3-1 Palmeiras. If Inter Miami don't play, if they keep giving the ball away, okay, so that wasn't a handball. It didn't look good at first. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like it bounced off his hand at first. Okay, cello. Okay, wasn't a handball. But if they don't play more structured in the back line, keep having giveaways, they're just putting it on a platter for Palmeiras to tie this game up. They've got to stop with the bad giveaways. And also, they just have so many there's just so many slow players on this team. So many slow players. Truck says Messi will score. Messi, like, a lot of people have been saying this. He's been playing super deep, and they've been closing on him. He really hasn't had a chance to move around. So, I mean, maybe on a free kick he'd have a chance, but in the run of play, I don't know if Messi's going to score in this game. They're playing super defense. They're just letting Palmeiras dominate possession in the second half. Which, if you remember, Inter Miami was dominating possession the first half. They had 60% possession, and Palmeiras had 41% or 40 to 4. I think it was 40 or 41% possession. Inter Miami dominated the first half possession. Good clearance by Redondo. No Allen. Down the flank. God, he's so bad at crosses. Oh, God. Segovia. Luis Suarez. CLTVR said, did Miami sell their soul? Palmeiras can't effing finish. I mean, this looks like a totally different team. See if they can score. Cesar says Palmeiras is dangerous. They are attacking with almost all of the team. The chance Miami is counterattack with Messi. Here you go, Messi. Oh, too weak. Too weak. Bobby says, what would you rate the Miami players based on the first half? I mean, I gave the performance an 8 out of 10. I think it was pretty solid. Noah Allen, I think, was pretty poor in the first half. Bobby says, what MLS teams do you think will qualify for the next World Cup if winning CONCACAF Champions League means you qualify? I have no idea. They just can't win the Champions Cup. They can't win it. So who knows? Who knows if they even have a team in the next Champions Cup? It could be 5 Liga MX teams. Actually, they probably will get one because if there's a team that's already, like, let's just say, for example, one of the teams one of the Liga MX teams that qualifies wins the Champions League like twice or something. I think it's the runner-up. And MLS normally does have a runner-up in the Champions Cup. Oh my God, too much space. Oh my God. Maybe they'll have a team that makes it to the Champions Cup. Come on, Segovia, get rid of the ball. Oh, Messi. Oh, what a pass. Tadio Yande. That was a beautiful pass. A beautiful dribble by Messi. If Miami were to score, if it goes 2-0, it's over. I don't think Palmeiras is going to be able to score 2 goals. If Miami can score, get up 2-0, I think the game is over. Wasn't Suarez like the MVP when he was at Grêmio? I think he was the MVP of the Brazilian league the year before he came to MLS. I want to say he was the MVP of the Brazilian league. Jordan says MLS get a spot if US hosts. I just don't think they're going to host again, though. Bobby says, what country do you think should host the next tournament? Probably Brazil. I think Brazil would be really cool. Oh, God. Suarez is so slow. Is he going to get a yellow? No, he's not going to get yellow. Oscar says, be prepared. Suarez scores in the next 15. God, dude, if Suarez just had like 15% more in the tank, like speed-wise, who knows? I mean, he did last year. I mean, he scored 21 goals in MLS last year, which is crazy to think how much the fall-off has been. Jordan says U.S. or Australia, maybe. I don't think they're going to host in the United States again. I could be wrong, though. Bad giveaway by Palmeiras. Servant says Copa Libertadores with Messi playing in the Bombonera would break viewership records. Oh, of course it would. I really want Liga MX and MLS to join Copa Libertadores. It's the best way to make the league better. Oh, what a pass from Suarez to Tadio Yande. Tadio Yande. Oh, just wide to deflect. Oh my God, that was a golden opportunity. That was a golden opportunity. Oh my God. What a pass by Tortuga, excuse me. Tadio Yande's got to finish that. Jordan says Inter Fort Lauderdale does not score now. Ela says Messi playing good. Oh, God, Tadio Yande should have finished that. Let's see what happened here. Yeah. He should have shot it earlier. Go home, Yande. Suarez is terrible, Tony Fiddler says. Keyshawn says, dude should have should have a hat trick. He probably should, honestly. If we're being honest, he probably should. Suarez was the MVP of MVP in 2023, but low key, it was some PR stuff. He was awesome, but Paulinho, Atletico, now in Palmeiras, cleared him. Just can't believe that Yande had 2 golden opportunities, and so did Suarez. Let's not pretend, oh my God, what a bad giveaway by Cello. Or is it Suarez? Oh my God, look at me, so slow. Oh, good tackle by Noah Allen. God, Suarez is so slow. They fouled him though. Okay, good. Cesar says, man, within 10 minutes of a team like Palmeiras can make 2 goals. Brazilian teams have pressed 90 minutes in this competition. Look how Flamengo made 3 and Fluminense 4 in a short span of time. Paulinho is coming in right now, by the way. Yeah, but here's the thing. I think that if Inter Miami's up 2-0, I don't think any of those teams are up 2-0. It's just going to be really hard to make that climb. I know they can score in spurts. I'm not saying that, but I'm just reading the trend of the game. And I just don't think that Palmeiras has played very well in this game. And Paulinho is coming in for Facundo Torres. Okay, if Inter Miami do win this game, would you consider this game an upset? If Inter Miami win this match, would this be considered a huge upset? Yeah, Palmeiras is chasing the game. Porto just tied the match at MedLife. That's what they just said. Is it 2-2 now, or is it one? What's the score now? It's got to be 2-2 now. Okay, 2-2 Porto versus Al Ali. Timothy Park says 2-2. Porto draws. That's big for Miami. So Miami looks like they're going to advance. Not a huge upset, but yes, it is an upset. Oh, God. Oh, nice clearance by Falcone. Good effort by Falcone. Good tackle. Ollie scored again already? Jeez, man, that sounds like that game is lit. What the hell? 3-2 is a crazy match. Maxi Falcone. Need that energy, man. Al Ali 3-2. Al Ali is winning. Will Miami sign anyone in the summer? Yeah, I think Miami will have a very, very busy summer. I can't believe Al Ali came back. Al Ali dub would be an upset as well. Yeah, for sure. Al Ali's a good team. A lot of people were like when I said that, Inter Miami getting a draw with Al Ali, they were like, "Oh, that's not that impressive." I'm like, "How's it's the most historic team in African history?" Porto just tied again, 3-3. Oh my God, that game is crazy. Oh my God, I might need to split screen that game. Messi, great pass to Suarez to see if El Tortuga can do anything with it. Good pass to Messi. Oh, so close by Messi. Cannot believe that game is 3-3. That game is absolutely lit right now. Jordan says between Porto, Al Ali 3-3. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's got to be one of the better games of the entire tournament. They keep going blow for blow for blow. I doubt that game's going to end a tie. I bet one of them will find a late winner. Oh, Well covered by Talasco Segovia. I feel like I'm already starting to lose my voice. Oh, good clearance. Mr. says, I think it's fair to say Miami have had their rough spell that'll make them dangerous for the rest of the season. Teams usually have one sticky spell, and Miami have had theirs now. 4-3 Porto? Oh my God. Dude, what is happening in that game? Oh my God, Suarez can't do anything with the ball. He can't run. He's like, I'm just going to go back. Servant says the other game score line legitimizes the Miami draw without Ali. 100%. Oh my, I can't believe that game is 4-3 now. Jellyfish Potter says, wow, Miami are doing the U.S. proud. They really are. And you know what's funny is they said that they were the least deserving team to make it to the Club World Cup. They said that they were the least deserving MLS team, and they have had the best performance, and they look like they, as of right now, guys, subject to change, but as of right now, they are currently the favorites to win their group. They're in the lead of the group. Oh, God, Suarez on the wing. Look at Suarez run. Oh my God, he runs like a crazy person. Are you watching this? Oh my God, dude. La Tortuga. He just looks like an absolute crazy person when he runs. Bad giveaway by Messi. Bad giveaway. I believe it's 3-3. Okay, so it's not 4-3. Okay. Okay. Someone's a little quick. Oh, okay. Got you. Got you. I was gonna say, man, that'd be absolutely crazy. QK says, I mean, FIFA president gave Miami a special treatment. Diet Fanta says if Galaxy was in Miami's group, they would get absolutely dog walked. As it currently stands, no offense, they would. That's just a fact. Galaxy are broken right now. Roca, LA Galaxy would get slaughtered. They would, honestly, no offense, they would. I think he even knows that. Servant says Suarez on the wing should never be used together in a sentence. I know. Oh my God, he's the slowest winger of all time. He literally runs like a crazy person. CLT says CONCACAF Black Magic has helped Miami. Oof. 62 minutes in, Miami still up. 1-0. Oh, that could have been a golden opportunity for Palmeiras. Inter Miami's going to have to bend and not break. They're going to have to play better defense. They're going to play better defense. They're giving up too many opportunities in the box. Too many opportunities. Javier Mascherano needs to make some subs right now. Okay, Jordi Alba's coming in. Left back Goat's coming in. Who is he coming in for, though? Is he going to come in for... Are they going to move Noah Allen to center back? Or are they going to take him out? Who do you think that Jordi Alba will be coming in for? Diet Fanta says, rest in peace, tactical manager's team, LOL. I'm going to message him if they end up losing. Jane the Man says, Mascherano needs to make changes. 100% does. Jumpman says, at this point, Ajimong will be better on the wing than Suarez. Oh my God. That's like a mid-off. That is the battle of mid. Glad that Kobe Jones is getting statue next year. Is that happening for real? I love Kobe Jones. USMNT and Galaxy legend. Servant says, what could have been if LAFC had they not dropped that last one? They didn't drop that last one. They laid an egg. Like they got absolutely embarrassed in that match. Oh, nice flick. Nice flick to Messi. God, they just don't have any speed. They have no speed. Messi and Suarez are just so slow up top. They're so slow. They don't have any pace to really do anything. Butterdog says, do you think it'll be 2-0 or 1-1? I don't know at this point. I think if Inter Miami score, it's over. Suarez. Oh my God. Suarez! 2-0! Luis Suarez! La Tortuga! Luis Suarez, let's go! It's over. It's over. Hey, Palmeiras, it's over. It's over. Inter Miami with the upset. It's over. It's over. La Tortuga has scored. It's over. It's over. Wow. Guys, this is a huge upset. Wow. Listen, here's the facts. If La Tortuga is scoring on you, you are cooked. You are cooked. CONCACAF Dale says, I take back my Miami slander. They've earned my respect for now. All right, Daniel, here's the question, my friend. Here's the question. We go back and forth on Twitter and X. Appreciate the good, it's not anything hostile. It's good conversation. Is Inter Miami the best team in North America? Is Inter Miami the best team in North America? Yes, they didn't win the Champions Cup, but they're making out their group stage with FC Porto, Al Ahly, and Palmeiras. Wow. They're saying Palmeiras is going to be eliminated. Wow, guys. What a hell of a performance by Inter Miami. What a hell of a performance by Inter Miami. What a hell of a performance. This has been an incredible performance by Inter Miami. And you know what? People said I was wrong when I said that Inter Miami and CONCACAF their stock had risen in this tournament. They said I was wrong. How can you have a team win their group with Palmeiras, FC Porto, and Al Ahly, win the group, not lose a match, win 2 of your matches? How can you have a team like that, win that, and not be considered to be an improvement? CONCACAF stock has 100% improved. Anyone saying else otherwise is a hater. Anyone saying otherwise is an absolute hater. They 100% have improved their stock. 100%. Absolutely have improved their stock. They're going to play Botafogo next. Take a bow, Inter Miami. Take a bow, Inter Miami. La Tortuga does it again. Timothy Park says LAFC versus Flamengo tomorrow night. Yeah, I was going to do a live stream, but since they're eliminated, I'm just not going to even do it. Mr. says their stock is up if Miami hold on. And just think about this. Not only would Inter Miami beat Palmeiras, they would eliminate them. They would be eliminating them. Take about Al Ali. So Al Ali is now taking the lead. So does that mean that Palmeiras would not be? So Palmeiras is back in then, right? Still time. Yeah, there's still plenty of time. There is. I'm not going to lie. There's still 22 minutes left. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in this game. But I'll tell you one thing. The post game is going to be awesome. Post game is going to be incredible again. It's close. It's close. Guys, what a finish, man. Is this not like this tournament has been incredible? Like, I just can't believe how much. And you know what? I've been putting in that overtime. I've done, this is my 5th live stream watch along in the last like 7 days, 8 days. I've done post game recaps to every watch along, plus USMNT content, plus a couple other videos. I think we've done a total of like maybe 17, 18 videos in the last 2 weeks or week. You know what? It's been enjoyable because this has been so much fun. This has been incredible. Absolutely incredible. What the hell kind of clearance was that, Jordi Alba? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? CONCACAF Daniel says, yes, Palmeiras had a better goal difference than Al Ali, right? Diet Fanta says, as a Club America fan, I'll say this to be fair. History Club America has it more than Miami, but as of right now, yes, I will rank Inter Miami at second to be fair, Okay. So Inter Miami is the second best. We're not talking history. We're just talking about right now. You think Inter Miami is the second best team in CONCACAF? The post game is going to be crazy, guys. If I even have a voice at that point, my voice is already starting to go like crazy. I'm gonna take like a 2 week. I'm gonna have to take like a 2 week break after this Benjamin Kamasi coming out. I'm gonna take a 2 week break after the Club World Cup and the Gold Cup's over. CONCACAF Daniel says also Monterrey had to beat Urawa Red Diamonds to advance and hope they have better goal difference in River or Inter. I really actually hope that Monterrey does make it out of their group. I mean, I'm CONCACAF all day. Oh God, this is not good. Oh no. Oh, bad pass. Bad pass. Palmeiras just looks very sloppy. I mean, they don't look very good, to be honest with you. So Inter Miami would be the first team to beat a European team in this tournament. That's not a European team, and they would be the first team to beat, or excuse me, they'd be the second team to beat a Brazilian team. Edgar says, we are all CONCACAF Liga MX MLS. Exactly. Oh, Messi, just too far. Yes, we are all Liga MX MLS in this tournament. We are all, hey, listen, we're everybody but Europe in this tournament. Let's keep it honest. In case both tie. So awesome. Okay, so they have to, yeah, but I think that Monterrey could beat Urawa. I mean, they should beat them, right? They should. And they tied River, right? So if Inter Milan beat River, because they play River, right? Or do they already play? Okay, either way, if Inter Milan beats River and Monterrey beats Urawa, are they automatically advancing? Kenny says, I say Miami ain't the best in CONCACAF because they didn't win the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Yeah, but look what they're doing right now. They're playing incredible teams and they're balling out, winning the group stage. Winning the group stage, and in a group stage that people didn't even think they were going to win. I mean, what an impressive feat. We owe Mascherano an apology, Better Dog says. I agree, we do. I mean, he's been balling out. He has been balling out. I think people are tuned in to Tack to see how he's reacting to the game. I'll have to give him a call tomorrow and see what he thinks. Little less than 17 minutes left in this game, plus added time. Can Inter Miami hold on? I don't know. We'll have to see. Thoughts on Timothy Weah to Nottingham Forest? Is that official yet? Is Tack crashing out? I don't know. Is he? I don't know. I have not tuned into his stream. All I know is that Inter Miami look like they're about to win their group stage. And it looks like they're going to the knockout round, and they're going to play Botafogo in the next round, which we will be doing a live stream for that as well. Keyshawn says Tack is crashing out. What's he saying? What's he saying over there? Is he saying Palmeiras is shit, or is he saying that Inter Miami is overrated? What's he saying? Monterrey is a must-win situation, regardless if River or Inter tie. They must keep their discipline, as they have one less yellow than River, which would put Monterrey through. Yeah, but so if they win, right? If they win, are they automatically through? As long as if Inter Milan, let's just say Inter Milan and if Inter and River Plate draw or Inter Milan win, are they advancing if they win? Tag said that Palmeiras should stay in Brazil. Keyshawn says Poetic Justice, Tag's favorite club, loses to an MLS side. Butterdog says need to watch this crash out. Hold on. If you go over there, make sure you tell them that I sent you to check on them, see how everything's going. What a great night. What a great night. Mr. Mister says Monterrey need River to win. Okay, so if Monterrey win and River don't win, are they out? Tack is worried about the Porto game. Oh, Baltasar Rodriguez is making his Inter Miami debut in the 76th minute, coming on for Tadio Yande. Butterdog says, is this the more significant than winning the CONCACAF? I think it is. I asked Fabi that earlier. I think it is. I mean, winning CONCACAF is obviously the champion of your region, but you're playing in a tournament that the champion of the region gets a chance to play at. And you're obviously making out of a group stage with Palmeiras, who is a Copa Libertadores contender, a better Champions League than CONCACAF. Porto, who is obviously a Portuguese giant. And then Al Ahly, who is the most winningest club in African history. That's a really impressive feat to go unbeaten in that group. That is a very impressive feat. And let's see. Let's see no Alan does here. Let's see. Keyshawn says, I keep telling Tack Palmeiras needs Aji Mong. I mean, honestly, the attack has been bad. What's his name? Is it Estêvão? What is the Willian Estêvão? Is that his name? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it. The guy they're showing on the TV right now. Chelsea paid $60 million for him. He hasn't done anything tonight. What a performance. Guys, I want to know this. Okay, we still have a little less than 13 minutes plus add time. Who do you think has been the player of the match? Who has been the player of the match for Inter Miami? Who has been the deciding player? Honestly, we give him a hard time, but I would say that's probably been Luis Suarez. The guy has an assist, and he also has a goal. Luis Suarez's assist to Tadio Yande set this thing up, and then he had his beautiful goal, beautiful finish. I mean, I would say that if I had to give player of the game, you'd have to give it to Luis Suarez. And I know we give him a hard time, and he looks like he's on the verge of retiring, and he can barely walk at this point, but he's been Miami's best player, and you see when he plays well the difference. Bad giveaway. Bad giveaway. Oh, all of you guys are saying it's got to be the Turtle, Suarez, La Tortuga, Luis Suarez, Unk still got it. Definitely Suarez. And look, here's the thing. I've said if they want to win big games, he's got to show up. And I said before this game he had to show up to win if they wanted to win. And he did. He showed up in a big way. He had 2 goal contributions. So he is by far, I think, the player of the game. If it's anyone else, it's unjustified. He's been the player of the game, I think, by a long shot. And I really don't think Ustari's been tested that much tonight. Really, I mean, how many legit shots on goal have they had? Oh, Palmeiras scores. Paulinho scores in the 80th minute. Oh my God. Mr. 2-1. Palmeiras score. That was a nice goal by Paulinho. They got caught slipping. Now Inter Miami's gonna have to hold on. There's blood in the water now. There's blood in the water now. There's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of time. Bad defending by Maxi Falcone. Bad marking. What's he doing there? What's he doing there? Bad goalkeeping. Bad defending. Bad goalkeeping by Ustari. About 15 minutes left now. It's going to be, hey, listen, it's going to go. It's going to go down the wire. Go, Turtle, go. What a snapper. Told you. Nailed it. Let's see what happens. Two 2-1 Palmeiras. A lot of time left in the game. Are they going to play keep away? I think that could be a mistake. You don't need to play too conservative. When Palmeiras presses Inter Miami, they look really bad. Andres says about 15 minutes. Let's see. Oscar goal Palmeiras. Cheyenne says Inter Miami going to top the group. Maybe if they can hold on. If they can hold on the rest of the game, they could. They got to hold on here. They got 10, like less than 9 minutes plus added time. Now's not the time to fold. Bad marking, poor goalkeeping. God, if Inter Miami were to choke this game, that would be absolutely heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. They press 90 minutes. Bueller Fair says, go Palmeiras. Cheyenne says, that's insane. Is Inter Miami pull this off? It is. It's an incredible feat for MLS and Inter Miami. Diet Fanta says, Tack is celebrating. He's probably going crazy. He probably thinks they're giving him false hope. They're giving him false hope. But anything is possible, right? Anything can happen. I mean, they're not completely out of it yet. Oh my God, Cello, what was that? Cello, are you allergic to the ball? What was that giveaway? Good clearance by Falcone. A little over 7 minutes plus added time left in this game. Feels like an eternity. How are we feeling? How are we feeling, chat? How are we feeling? Is Inter Miami going to be able to hold on? Is Palmeiras going to be able to come back? Ashkan says, this is a good score line. Now the goal difference is 2 ahead of Al Ali and 3 ahead of Porto. Oh my God. 2 bad clearances by Jordi Alba. Oh, that's a foul on Fafa. That's definitely a foul. They fouled him. Cheyenne says, since the Seattle Sounders played them and it was arguably their best performance this tournament. Oh, I see. I didn't read your first part. If this holds, that means Inter Miami play Botafogo, which would be a good comparison. Yeah, that would be a good comparison to see. I wonder if the game would be in Miami, though. Bueller Ferris says, Vamos, Porco, Vamos. Okay, I'm assuming that's obviously Portuguese. I don't know what that means. A little over 6 minutes left plus added time. Can Inter Miami pull off the upset? Oof. That was a lucky bounce for Miami. Good pass to Messi. Messi to oh, come on. Oh, pa. Too hard of a touch. Cheyenne says, FC Porto have been trashed since they've lost my boy, Taremi. Oh, no. Oh, good save. Good clearance. Oh, my God. Huge save. He said, let's win, pig. Andre says, if Porto loses again, they are on fraud watch. They've been on fraud watch. Oh, too much space, Miami. Too much space. Way too much space they're giving up. Oh, Palmeiras looks tired. They're moving really tired. They look gassed. Palmeiras look gassed. Less than 5 minutes plus add time, guys. Bueller Ferris says it means let's win, pigs. Our adopted mascot. Nice. This is a crazy finish. Nervous. Great game, by the way. Palmeiras just look really, really gassed. They look tired. They look like they don't have any legs left. Cheyenne says, man, this match is super entertaining. Haven't enjoyed something like this in ages. I need to stop watching the Sounders. Yeah, you forgot. You were in the shade room. You forgot what good soccer looked like for a little bit. Angus says, Miami has not been challenging the past few minutes. They just look so tired. Less than 4 minutes plus added time. Does Palmeiras have one left in the tank? One last effort? I mean, they look like they're completely gassed. I don't know if they have it in them. I mean, they're walking at this point. Paulinho looks good. He just came in like the 60th minute. He looks fine, but everybody else just looks completely tired. They look gassed. Look like they've been running, like what someone said, for 90 minutes. God, that was a bad giveaway. Can you get to it? Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Mauricio scores. Damn. Palmeiras tied up 2-2. That was my score prediction, though. This game is crazy. The defense is just giving up. Well, both teams are going to advance. Unless Miami choke. Poor defending. Busquets, man. He looks washed and gassed. Good God, he's so slow. His reaction time is terrible. He looks so. Watch his reaction. Watch Busquets. He's so slow. What is Toto Alvarez doing, by the way? What's he doing? Miami need to calm down. Thanks, Palmeiras. Yeah, so now Miami's going to play PSG unless they can get a Unless they can get a late minute goal. Unless they got one more in them. If they can get one more in them, then they can. God, giving up 2 goals in the 80th minute isn't crazy. That's just embarrassing. Does Inter Miami have one more left in them? Does Palmeiras have one left in them? Because if Palmeiras win this game, Inter Miami's out. I think. No, they're not out, actually. They'll still advance. Never mind. So Miami's guaranteed, I think, at this point, unless they just score like a crazy amount of goals on them. But does Inter Miami have one more left in them? PSG too fast for me. Yeah, PSG is not a good matchup. Not a good matchup. Good bounce back by Palmeiras, so didn't let the game get away from them. Didn't give up. Let's see what happens. Let's see how much added time we have. They're saying Inter Miami looks tired. I mean, they both look tired, to be honest with you. They both look very gassed. Hell, Jordi Alba looks gassed, and he's only been on for like 20 minutes. Diogo says they can still lose. Palmeiras is really dangerous when they can score in the end of games. I tell you what, if Miami loses this game, it would be the biggest choke job of all time. Good clearance. Bad. Oh, God. How much added time do we think is going to be left, folks? How much added time do we think is going to be left in this game? Such a bad choke job by Sergio Busquets. Hopefully 7 minutes. 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes. All right. Does Miami have one left in them? Offside, Miami. Keyshawn says Miami had a chance against Botafogo. They did have a chance. They had a chance. Roca says in Brazil, they say Palmeiras has a pact with the devil because they always get results like this. Play and then get a draw in the last 10 minutes. Roca. CONCACAF Daniel says Miami needs to hold on to the score for 3 minutes. Less than 3 minutes. Can they do it? So both teams will get $19 to $20 million, $21 million for just making it to the group stage. Ashcan says we need a Miami goal. There's 2 minutes left. I think Miami would be just cool. They just really want to make sure that they make it through. So I don't even know if they're going to really go for it. God, they're too far advanced. Oh, no, Alan. Come on, man. Cesar says it's over. I think the comfortable for both. They won't risk. Cheyenne says, imagine actually making money in this tournament, not my team. They got the 10 mil. Bueller Ferris says, let's go Palmeiras. Diogo says 4-4. Is that what it was? The final of Ali and Porto? 4-4 Porto. Okay, so they definitely need to win this. Or maybe that means they're eliminated officially. Porto draws again 4. Oh no. Smart foul. Smart foul. Smart foul. Last chance for Palmeiras to win. With a tie, both go through. Oh, so they're just going to concede. They're cool with it. Yeah. Hey, what an impressive game, though, by Inter Miami. What I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. Inter Miami and Palmeiras in a 2-2 draw. Both teams advance to the next round, the knockout round. What a crazy game, guys. What a crazy, crazy game. What a crazy, crazy game. They will play PSG in the next round. What an incredible game. Final time, 2-2. Credible game. Credible game. Inter Miami do the unthinkable. They didn't hold on to this game. They still got a result. Most people didn't think they had a chance in this match. They get a result. They move on to the knockout round. They will play PSG next. Miami is done. Hey, listen, they made it out of the group stage. That's more than most people thought they would do. They lived to fight another day. Live to fight another day. Inter Miami. They make it out of a group without Ali, Porto, and Palmeiras. Haven't lost a game. Unbeaten in all 3 games. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. If you haven't already, like the stream down below. Subscribe to the channel. 13 subscribers away from 7,400. Like the stream down below. And also, make sure you look out for the post-game recap. It will be out in the next 30 minutes. You won't want to miss it. Check it out. Stay tuned. Appreciate you all for stopping by. Until next time, I will see you all soon.